the good suggestions that we have for stardom and sit-ems. We touched on it a little bit, but we're going to get a little bit deeper into it. The very coveted sleeper picks.
Yes.
These picks can make or break a fantasy season without question. Those sleeper picks are some of the most talked about as far as pick-wise that people debate on in length. And it can pay off really big if you pick the right one. So we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit about those sleeper picks. Mike, who is your sleeper pick for this next week?
My sleeper pick for the week, I guess you can call him a sleeper pick just because he came back last week, but he had a really good game. Mine is going to be Antonio Gates, tight end. He's coming off, of course, the PED suspension. Had 9 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Phillip Rivers' favorite target. If you don't have Gates or if he's not available in your league, another sleeper that I'm going to go with. And, take this with a grain of salt. Gary Barndridge. If you don't know who that is, that's the tight end for the Cleveland Browns. The man had 129 yards and a touchdown last week. He's the guy that caught the ball between his legs and got the touchdown like that. I'm probably sure you've seen that at Sports Center. He's also one of my picks for tight ends. One of those two guys. I'm probably sure Gates will have the better week stat-wise, but Barndridge going up against that Denver defense may be a stretch. But if you're in a pinch and you need somebody to pick up and hopefully get you some quick points, I'm going to go with Gates and Barndridge at tight end.
Cool. Excellent. Brian, how about yourself? Who's your sleeper hit for this next week?
Yeah, I think this one is a lock because they're playing the Lions. Is Marquise Wilson of the Bears. He had 17.5 points last week, and he's only 5,400 in FanDuel Fantasy. And he had a really good, like I said, week last week, especially against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are way better defense than the Lions. Because right now the Lions are god-awful. They're a dumpster fire. And I think he's going to have a really fantastic week, especially if Jeffrey is out and Martellus Bennett just keeps just being whatever. Also, I think because the Bears are not that good, Theo Reddick last week had 16.3 points in fantasy, and it was also only 5,000 in FanDuel. The running back for the Lions, he's the only player producing on that team because I don't know, Matt Stafford forgot how to throw the ball. I don't know what's going on with them. So I think he's going to be a really good play this week against the Bears because normally they're god-awful against the run.
Great. Zach, do you have a sleeper hit going on for right now?
Yeah, whose phone's going off right now? There you go.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
It's fine.
It's all good, man.
Hey,
Everybody gets one.
Who's the backup for Julius Jones? Who's the wide receiver too?
Hankerson?
Hankerson. I knew his name, but it sounded like an imaginary friend's name. You know, like Doobie Dorp, Hankerson, Mr. Hankerson. But I think Hankerson's going to have... Huh? Anyways, Hankerson is my sleeper pick because if you look at the strength of schedule, Atlanta has the easiest schedule going forward, right? So they're going to get a lead. They have Devontae Freeman. They have Jones. You know, they're going to get their leads, and guess what they're going to do is they're going to sit Jones. They're not going to throw him to him as much. You saw that this past week, the week before. They're going to let him score 1-2 touchdowns. He's going to sit down, and Hankerson is going to get all those targets, all the garbage time. He's going to get all the leftovers, and he's going to stack up those points. So if you need someone, you know, in a flex position or even a high wide receiver too with some upside, that's the way to go. He has a very low floor, and that's really the way to look at it because you're not going to hurt your franchise player just to beat, you know, the Houston Texans 400-1. You're not going to do it. You're going to go to your wide receiver too, and he's going to pick up a lot of those targets. So that's my pick, guys.